Ezekiel 36, verse 26. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. A biblical story, the man whose heart God changed. Long ago, when the people of Israel were living in exile far from their homeland, there lived a man named Eliab. Eliab had once been a faithful man who loved God and honored his commandments. But when Jerusalem was destroyed and the people were taken captive to a foreign land, Eliab's heart became bitter. He had watched soldiers burn his village. He had lost his home, his land, and many friends. The pain of those memories slowly turned his heart cold. Whenever the elders spoke about trusting God again, Eliab would shake his head. Where was God when our city was destroyed? He would say. Where was he when our people suffered? His words were filled with anger. Over time, Eliab stopped praying. He stopped listening when the prophets spoke the word of the Lord. His heart became hard like stone. The prophet's message. One day, a prophet stood among the people and began to speak the message of God. The people gathered to hear him. The prophet said that God had not forgotten his people. Though they had been scattered among nations, the Lord still loved them and had a plan to restore them. Then the prophet spoke these powerful words. God says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will remove the heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. The people murmured among themselves. Some felt hope rising again. But Eliab stood at the back of the crowd silent. His heart was too wounded to believe. A moment of change. That evening Eliab walked alone near the river. The sun was setting, and the sky turned red and gold. As he sat there, he remembered the days when he used to pray with his father in Jerusalem. He remembered singing songs of worship in the temple courts. Suddenly, something stirred within him. For years he had blamed God for his suffering. Yet deep inside, he realized that his anger had built a wall between him and the very God who once gave him peace. Eliab fell to his knees. Lord, he whispered, my heart has become hard. I am full of anger and bitterness. If what the prophet said is true, then change my heart. I cannot change it myself. Tears began to fall down his face. For the first time in many years, Eliab prayed sincerely. The new heart. From that moment, something began to change within him. The bitterness that had lived in his heart started to loosen its grip. The anger that once controlled him slowly faded. In its place came a quiet peace he had not felt for a long time. Eliab began to listen again when the prophet spoke. He helped those in the community who were struggling. He encouraged the discouraged and prayed for the brokenhearted. The people around him noticed the difference. Eliab, one man said, you used to be the most bitter among us. Now you bring hope wherever you go. What happened? Eliab smiled gently. The Lord changed my heart, he said. I was carrying a heart of stone, but God gave me a heart that can feel again. The lesson. Years later, when the people finally returned to their land, Eliab stood among them with gratitude in his heart. He understood something he had not known before. God's greatest miracle is not only restoring cities or nations. Sometimes the greatest miracle is restoring a human heart. And just as God had promised, he had taken away Eliab's heart of stone and replaced it with a heart that loved, trusted, and followed him once again.